If you've ever shopped online, you've probably come across Temu. It's everywhere and it's dirt cheap.
70% cheaper than all other retailers, and you can shop like a billionaire.
I love Temu.
It took Amazon nearly 3 decades to build its empire. But in just 1 year, a new player emerged that made even Jeff Bezos take notice. That player is Temu. At first glance, Temu might look like just another budget shopping app. But beneath its playful orange logo lies a strategy so aggressive, so data-driven, and so disruptive that it's forced the entire e-commerce industry into a state of alarm. In just 1 year, Temu reached 51 million monthly active users in the US alone, trailing not far behind Amazon's 67 million. That kind of growth, organic or otherwise, shouldn't be possible. And yet, it happened. Even more shocking, Temu gained more users in just 6 months than Shein did in 8 years. The question is no longer if Temu is a threat to global retail. It's how big of one. Because unlike Shein, which targets fashion specifically, Temu wants everything. Clothes, electronics, kitchen tools, pet accessories. If it can be sold, it can be found on Temu. Cheap and fast, relatively speaking. To understand Temu's rapid rise, you have to start with its parent company, Pinduoduo. Founded in 2015 by Colin Huang, Pinduoduo began with a radically different approach to e-commerce. While Alibaba and JD.com focused on convenience and logistics, Pinduoduo focused on social commerce. It encouraged users to team up with friends and family for group discounts, turning shopping into something viral, interactive, and, most of all, cheap. This strategy resonated with China's price-sensitive consumers. But more than that, it created a gamified experience that kept users engaged. By 2021, Pinduoduo was one of China's top 3 e-commerce giants, with more than 700 million users. It had proven it could disrupt even the most crowded markets. So, what's next for a company like that? The answer was obvious. Go global. Pinduoduo set its sights on the US, a notoriously tough market to crack, dominated by Amazon and increasingly influenced by Shein's ultra-fast fashion empire. In 2022, Temu launched. The name derived from the Chinese word Temu, or to raise a topic, is fitting. Within weeks, people were indeed talking about it. Temu entered the US with one mission: undercut everyone. Thanks to its access to Chinese manufacturers and its parent company's supply chain infrastructure, Temu slashed prices to levels that left competitors dumbfounded. And it didn't stop there. The platform incorporated gamified features from day one. Users could spin wheels to win discounts, get rewards for inviting friends, and compete in flash sales. It turned shopping into a game, something Amazon and Walmart simply weren't doing. But fun alone doesn't get you 161 million global users in under a year. That took serious money. And Temu wasn't shy about spending it. In 2023, it invested $1.7 billion into marketing, more than many US brands make in revenue. That included back-to-back Super Bowl commercials, something unheard of for an app barely a year old. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Temu was everywhere. Influencers shared their Temu hauls, showcasing everything from $2 yoga pants to $5 phone tripods. The algorithm pushed these videos hard, creating a viral loop of curiosity and conversions. Temu's social media campaigns went beyond traditional influencer marketing. They encouraged users to post unboxing experiences, leave reviews with photos, and refer friends to earn discounts. These community-driven features made each buyer feel like part of something bigger, a phenomenon rather than just a purchase. And the strategy worked. By the end of 2023, Temu had sold $17 billion worth of goods. Pinduoduo's stock surged 74% that year alone, driven largely by Temu's explosive growth. This kind of momentum made it one of the most talked about brands in global retail. This put Amazon in an uncomfortable position. While it still dominated in logistics and trust, it couldn't compete on price. Temu's standard shipping takes 6 to 22 days. Express takes 4 to 11. That's a lifetime in Amazon terms, where 2-day delivery is the norm. But surprisingly, users didn't mind. Not when the price gap was that wide. Amazon had to respond. Late in 2023, it announced reduced fees for sellers offering clothing under $20, clearly aimed at countering Temu's appeal. But the fact that Amazon adjusted its own economic model is a testament to Temu's impact. However, not everyone is convinced this is sustainable. Analysts point out that Temu is likely losing money. Goldman Sachs estimates around $7 lost per order. Temu disputes this, attributing its low prices to operational efficiency and tight manufacturer relationships. Still, it's clear the company is burning cash fast. But it can afford to. Pinduoduo is flush with capital, and the long-term goal isn't short-term profit, it's market domination. Once consumer habits shift, once loyalty is built, the prices can rise. That's the long game. Still, scrutiny is increasing. In 2023, a US congressional report raised concerns over Temu's use of trade loopholes, data privacy, and even alleged links to forced labor. Temu responded quickly, stating it supports any policy changes aligned with consumer interest and is committed to ethical operations. But the shadow remains. There's also geopolitical tension. As US-China relations grow more complex, companies like Temu are increasingly caught in the middle. Questions around data storage, surveillance, and economic sovereignty are no longer theoretical. They're part of the daily news cycle. Consumers, meanwhile, remain intrigued. They know it's not perfect. Some orders take weeks. Some items feel cheap. But the deals are too good to ignore. In a world where inflation pinches, every household getting a $3 pair of sneakers that look passable is a win. Temu has become a symbol of something bigger. It's the manifestation of globalized retail at full throttle, direct from factory shopping at unimaginable scale. And it's changing consumer expectations. People are now asking, why pay $25 for something I can get for $5? The implications are enormous. Small businesses and independent sellers on platforms like Etsy or even Amazon are struggling to compete. Ad costs are rising across the board because Temu's massive budget is inflating the market. Traditional retailers are scrambling to find ways to cut prices without cutting quality. Temu is not just a disruptor, it's a reckoning. Its expansion isn't limited to the US either. Temu has already begun entering European and Latin American markets, replicating the same viral marketing tactics and deep discounting strategies. In markets where income levels are lower and price sensitivity is higher, Temu's model could prove even more dangerous for local retailers. In fact, many believe that Temu is just the beginning of a larger wave of China-based ultra-discount platforms. Others are expected to follow with similar models, pushing the boundaries of price, logistics, and consumer psychology. Whether it will survive long-term is uncertain. Maybe costs will catch up. Maybe regulators will intervene. Maybe consumer trust will shift. But for now, Temu is on the rise. And if the past year is any indication, it's not slowing down. The real question might not be whether Temu can beat Amazon, but whether Amazon, Shein, Walmart, and everyone else can survive the storm Temu has created. Because this isn't just e-commerce anymore. It's a battlefield,